It's now time for the Reverb Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to April 10th, the year 2025, when the Nashville Predators were in Utah to face off against the Utah Hockey Club. Head coach Andrew Burnett, back behind the bench, back from personal reasons, deploys his lines and defensive pairings in the following way: Bunting, O'Reilly, Evangelista, Forsberg, Stamkos, LaRue, Verona, Svechkov, Marchessault, Smith, McCarron, and Wood. Your defensive pairings are Shea and Blankenberg, Del Gaizo, and Barron, Anglin, and Osterley. UC Saros gets the start in net. We are 1 minute and 50 seconds into the first period, where we find our first action. It's Vejmelka coming with a save on Barron. That's the Predators' first shot on goal of the game at the 2:54 mark. The first period, Saros coming with a save on Cole at the 3:40 mark. Of the first, it's Saros coming with a save on Doan. 4:31 now, Vejmelka, a save on Osterley through some heavy traffic out there. 8:29 of the first period, Vejmelka comes up with a save on Phil Forsberg. Past the halfway point of the first period, now at 12:16, we find UC Saros coming with a save on Dursey at 13:35. Saros a save on McBain with the deflection at close range. 16:13 now, the first Saros a save on Kesserling, and then 17:39 Wood comes up with the deflection that goes off of the post, catching iron for the Preds. That would be your final action of the first period. No scoring in the first. The Utah Hockey Club outshoots Nashville 11-5. On the clean sheet of the second periods, where we start to see the activity really pick up. Our first special teams scenario of the game comes at 1:56 of the second period. Steven Stamkos is off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. UC Saros comes up with a save on Gunther, and then UC Saros comes up with a save on Keller. Overall, a decent penalty kill, but the Predators a bend not break mentality on this one. But at 4:49 of the second period, Bukestad breaks through for the Utah Hockey Club, getting them on the board with his seventh goal this season. It was a sharp angle snipe off of the ear hole of UC Saros and into the net. Hard forecheck freed the puck, and then that allowed Bukestad to finish off the play. Utah takes a 1-0 lead here in the second period. 6:51 now, the second. Cole off the box, 2 minutes for interference. Blankenberg and Stenlund are then picking up matching minors not too long afterwards, but that doesn't change the manpower on the ice, so power play continues. Vejmelka a save on Wood, then Svechkov hits the post, then Vejmelka another save on Wood. The Preds buzzing on this power play, just missing putting the puck in. 13:31 of the second now. Vejmelka comes with a save on Forsberg in the splits at the back door. An impressive save right here. That allows 13:54 just seconds later. Doan with his sixth goal of the season. It comes off the return rush. It goes off the crossbar and in, so the Predators just inches from scoring on one end, and then Utah scoring on the other end. An exciting end-to-end sequence. Utah leads 2-0 in this game. 14:21 now. The second. Saros comes with the save on Bukestad. 16:30 of the second. Cooley off the box. 2 minutes for tripping, and the Predators will take advantage. Blankenberg with his fourth goal of the season. It's a long shot from straight away that comes through heavy Ryan O'Reilly screen and a lot of traffic down the slot. That puts the Preds on the board with their first goal, but they're still trailing 2-1. 18:44 on the second period. Saros comes with a save on Kesserling. 19:59 with just point-something seconds left in the period. Dursey off the box, 2 minutes for hooking. Forsberg earning his Predators team a power play here at the end of the period. Utah out shooting Nashville after two periods, 22-18, and leading the game 2-1. The carryover of the power play that occurred at the end of the second period on the clean sheet of the third period. It's a minute and 59 seconds total carryover, but the Preds won't need all of that because Phil Forsberg is going to take a rebound and tuck it in for his 31st goal of the season, tying this game up at 2 apiece. And then immediately afterwards, at back to 5-on-5 hockey at 3:17 in the third period, O'Reilly's 19th goal of the season gives the Predators a 3-2 lead as he pulled the puck out of the traffic, gave himself an open shooting lane, and fires it in, throwing Vejmelka's timing off just enough to put the Predators ahead 3-2. 4:54 now of the third period. For the first time, Utah playing from behind. Vejmelka comes up with a save on Woods' backhand. 5:09 of the third. Saros comes up with a save on Stenlund. We flip over to the backside of the sheet, and at 5:42, we find Guenther with his 27th goal of the season. He pulls the rebound off of Saros' pad and tucks it in, not dissimilar to what Ryan O'Reilly had just done minutes earlier, but this time at close range and taking the puck directly off the goalie instead of pulling it out of the traffic just a couple feet away. This ties the game up at 3 apiece. Heck of a hockey game back and forth now. 7 minutes of the third period. Saros comes up with a save on McBain. The 8:02 mark of the third. Saros comes up with a save on Dursey's deflection. At the 8:25 mark, Vejmelka a save on Forsberg's deflection. So some more end-to-end action right here in this game. 11:29 of the third period. Vejmelka comes with a save on Wood after a turnover, a glorious scoring opportunity for the Predators turned aside by Vejmelka. 13:52, Vejmelka comes up with a save on Osterley. 15:34, Saros, a save on Cooley. A big sequence and moment right there for the Predators. 15:57, Saros, a save on McBain, continuing to do the hard work in this game. 17:12 of the third, Vejmelka comes with a save on England. 18:33, Saros comes with a save on Yamamoto's rebound, which was a follow-up of Schmaltz's shot. This was another impressive save sequence for UC Saros here at the end of the game. And at 19:58 of the third, Saros, a save on Genther again. This brings us to the end of regulation with the score tied at 3 apiece. Utah, 40 shots on goal now. The Nashville Predators, 29 shots on goal total. In the overtime session, at the 150 mark of the OT, Vejmelka comes up with a save on Bunting, and then a 250 of the overtime session. Svechkov off the box, 2 minutes for hooking. 0 shots on goal against the 4:59 mark of the overtime session. Vejmelka coming up with one final save on Svechkov at the end of the overtime session. We're still tied at 3 apiece. Utah has 42 shots on goal now, while Nashville has 31. Saros and Vejmelka both strong again in the overtime session. In the shootout, it took until the final shooter, so all 3 Utah shooters are stopped by UC Saros, and then Philip Forsberg is the third shooter for the Nashville Predators, comes in with speed and finishes with power on the backhand. That was really an authoritative ending to this game. That's the Nashville Predators get the shootout goal and win the game 4-3 in the shootout. Utah does outshoot Nashville 42-31 for this game, but the Nashville Predators, who were down 2-0, come back, respond, give up the tying goal, find a way to get to overtime, get some huge goaltending from UC Saros down the stretch. As a matter of fact, Saros ends up making 39 saves on 42 shots against this game, including all 3 in the shootout. So good job by the Nashville Predators. A nice rivalry win. The Utah Hockey Club closed out their home schedule in their first season in Utah, and it was a fantastic environment. The fans certainly into it. They're already building a lot of culture there. It was an enjoyable presentation to watch, and the Nashville Predators coming back in the victory, and Philip Forsberg with that authoritative finish. Well, that was fantastic right there. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We've got analysis, box score, and so much more coming up on this game next on the Renegades of Puck podcast.